Shawnee, aka Total Makeup Junkie 101, and this week on my channel is going to be holiday review set week. I've got 3 new videos going up this week, Monday, Thursday, and bonus video on Saturday. All of them are on new holiday sets and holiday palettes, and I am so excited. And how do you like my new boot rack back there? Okay, enough with the rambling. Now on to the goodies. I'm going to be reviewing Benefit holiday goodies in this video. I purchased these 2 sets at Ulta. This one is the Cheeky Sweet Spot set, which is one that I was requested to review a lot. This is Benefit's cheek product palette. And the other one that I have is the Sweet Tintations, which on my hunt for this one, I stumbled across this one. I believe this is an Ulta exclusive set. So this video is going to have a little review on both of them. So let's start off with the Sweet Tintations. Now this set contains 4 different products. You are getting 2 full size of their new lip balm type products that they released this year. You're getting one in the Benna Balm and one of the Lolly Balm. And then you are also getting 2 deluxe sample sizes of their cult classic cheek and lip stains. So you're getting one of the Benna tint and one of the Lolly tint. Now for all 4 of these products, this set is only $26, which is a complete steal. Since each of these individual lip balms retails for $18 a piece by itself, if you are only interested in these 2 things, you're already getting a $36 value for $26. So all of your products just slip out like this. There's no fancy schmancy packaging really, but the Benefit overall holiday packaging this year is really, really cute. I'm not gonna lie. All of the boxes come in this little, it almost looks like a little gingerbread house, if you guys can see that, because you have the little snow down here, a lamppost, you have little candy canes. It just looks so cute. Starting off with the 2 products in this kit that I think need the least explanation because they are such cult classic products. I'm sure most of you guys have probably tried one, if not both of these. This is the little Benna tint and Lolly tint. Benna tint is Benefit's most cult classic makeup product. It is a lip and cheek stain made from roses. And then the Lolly tint is the newest tint that they released in their whole tint family, because you guys know they have Posy tint and Cha Cha tint. Lolly tint is the newest one. I'd actually never tried this one before, but I was really, really curious to, because this is a gorgeous kind of pinky lavender type color. The packaging on both of these looks like this. If you guys have never seen it, it actually looks like a little nail polish, because you do get a little brush to apply the stain with. And what I do with Benna tint is much more liquidy than Lolly tint or any of the other tints in this family. Benna tint is like a pure water almost. So what I do is quickly dab it on my cheeks and blend it out with my fingers immediately. You don't want to do the dot on one side, dot on the other side, and then blend, because by the time you apply on the other cheek, this cheek will be dried. And if you're putting it on your lips, I kind of just swipe it on with the little nail polish applicator type thing, and then just use my finger to kind of blend it in. I do the exact same thing with the Lolly tint. Now the Lolly tint is a little bit thicker of a tint. It doesn't dry quite as quickly. It's more of like a creamy texture than this one, which is like a pure watery texture. I absolutely love both of them. They are both great. This is, like I said, cult classic. This one is such a nice addition to the tint family. And in these little deluxe size bottles, you are getting 4 milliliters or 0.13 US fluid ounces of product, which is, I believe, about 1/4 of a full size, but that still isn't bad, because these full size products, I've never gone through a full size Benna tint or any of their tints, because you need such a little amount. They are so potent in color, and I do think these little bottles will last you a really long time. And then for the reason that I actually purchased the kit, these are the Benefit Hydrating Tinted Lip Balms. You're getting the Benna Balm and the Lolly Balm matching to the stains that I showed you. Now the packaging is ridiculously adorable on these. You can see the Benna Balm has a little polka dotted top, and the Lolly Balm has a little, it looks like a little peppermint swirl. Super, super cute packaging. One thing I have to say on these is that they are very, very sheer. do not expect any amount of serious color on these, especially if you are of my skin tone. These show up like a clear lip balm completely, and that was a little bit disappointing to me. Since Benefit does market these as 4 different colors, you have the Benna Balm, the Lolly Balm, you have the Cha Cha Balm, and the Posy Balm, I was expecting them to have more color than they did. They really just show up clear. Benna Balm comes across as a very, very sheer rosy red, if you could even call it red. And Lolly Balm is a very, very sheer kind of orchidy pink. They are in the same family as the stains, but the stains show up infinitely more than these lip balms. Now, I have heard of people who actually do the layering method where they put the stain on their lips first, let that dry, and then top off with the corresponding balms. But to be honest, the amount of color you're getting out of these balms is so sheer that you may as well just use any other clear lip balm you have on top of the stains anyways, and you would get the same result. I will say though that the scent on them is intoxicating. It is a gorgeous florally rose scent, and I am so obsessed with rose scented products. I was expecting only the Benna Balm to be rose scented because the Benetint is rose scented as well, but even the Lolly Balm is rose scented. As far as the staying power on them, it's very, very slight. They're not sticky by any means. They're slightly hydrating. They're definitely not the most hydrating lip balm out there on the market. I find something like the Fresh tinted lip balms are infinitely more hydrating than these are. So these are just kind of a so-so lip balm. I'm going to continue using them only because I love the rose scent, but as a lip balm, they're just so-so. So now moving away from the Sweet Tintations Set and moving into the Cheeky Sweet Spot. This is the product I know so many of you guys have been requesting me to review. This is the very first time that Benefit has released any sort of cheek palette like this. You are getting 6 almost full size of their boxed powders, which are so popular. You are getting 1 kind of deluxe size of their What's Up highlight and a mini brush. And the box has the same overall like gingerbread house packaging to it. It is too stinking cute. And this is what the actual palette looks like that houses the cheek products. Is this not the cutest packaging ever? The actual material of the packaging is kind of like a tin material. I actually quite like it. It's not cardboard or plastic. It's quite different. The front just pops open like that. You are getting a pamphlet, and this is what the actual palette of powders looks like. There is a little overlaying sheet that has the name of the products written on it. And here are all of the beautiful boxed powders. As far as the overall presentation and packaging of this palette goes, I expect nothing less from Benefit. It is too adorable. It is so cute. One thing I will say is it's not exactly the most useful packaging, in the sense that it's not really travel friendly or anything like that, because it is quite fat. It's made of kind of a tin. It's got a lot of extra components that aren't necessarily needed in, you know, just the powders here, but it is so cute. I just love it. Now jumping right into swatches of these 6 powders that you are getting in this palette. First off, you are getting Dandelion, which I have to say doesn't show up too much on my skin. It is a light matte, just with a little bit of a satin finish, light pink. And I actually really like this powder for highlighting. I find it's a really good highlighter on my skin tone, even just to set under eye concealer, because it brightens it up a little bit without being too shimmery or too light. Then you are getting Bella Bamba, which is one that people are really excited to see again, because this is one that Benefit discontinued. This is kind of a medium watermelony pink with some silver shimmer in it. I have to say it's not my favorite because it doesn't show up too much on my skin, but I know a lot of people who really, really love this color. Then you are getting Sugar Bomb, which is another highlight on my skin tone. It is one that has 4 different colors in it. It's kind of got a yellowy gold, a peachy pink, kind of a more pinky peach, and then kind of a light mauvey neutral in it. And when swatched, all 4 of them together kind of just show up as a light, shimmery, barely there type of highlight. Next one you're getting is Hoola, which is a classic bronzer. This is just your classic medium matte brown bronzer. It has no orange in it. It actually doesn't show up too much on my skin because really it is very similar to my skin tone. I could probably almost use this as an all-over setting powder. Then you're getting Coralista, which I know is the cult classic favorite powder. This is a light corally peachy pink with a good amount of metallic shimmer in it. Once again, I don't love this color as a blush on me, but it is a really, really gorgeous highlight color, especially if I'm using more orangey or coral toned blushes in the summer. And then lastly, we have Benefit's newest boxed powder, which is the Rockateur. This is probably my favorite one out of all 6 that are included in this palette. This is just a really gorgeous medium mauvey pinky neutral color. It kind of reminds me of Tarte's Exposed blush, if you guys are familiar with that one. Kind of that neutrally mauvey type color. The last actual cheek product you are getting in this palette is a small size of the Benefit Watts Up highlight. This is a cream to powder highlighter, and this is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. It is just a light, kind of like a champagne-y type highlight, and this isn't one of those highlights that you can really overdo. This is one of those highlights that you can just kind of put on at your pleasure, at your merriment, and you can always blend it out, and it always just looks fabulous. And then of course you are getting one of the little mini cheek brushes that Benefit includes with all of their boxed powders. It's not particularly useful in my opinion, but I suppose you could use it to kind of use any of these powders as a highlight. So overall, as you guys could see from the swatches, and it's pretty much what I expected out of this palette, it's not really geared towards my skin tone. Benefit in general, most of the products they make, unfortunately, just aren't geared towards a tanner skin tone. A lot of their products are made for people of a pale or lighter complexion, and this cheek palette is no exception. I will say, if you guys were curious on trying some of these cheek powders in the full size, because Benefit's box powders are very, very expensive. They're $28 a piece. This is a really good way to try a bunch of those cheek products in one palette. This palette does retail for $36, but you are getting very, very generous sizes of all of the cheek products. You are getting 5 grams of Hoola, 4 grams of Dandelion, 5 grams of Coralista, 5 grams of Bella Bamba, 5 grams of Rockateur, and 6 grams of Sugar Bomb, and 1.5 grams of the Watts Up highlight. So you are getting very generous sizes. Most of those are full size, if not almost full size products. And for $36, even if you like 2 of the powders in this kit and you don't even think you'll touch 4 of them, it's still worth it for your money, because like I said, each individual Benefit box powder is $28. So for much less than the price of 2, you are getting 6 plus a highlight, plus a little brush. My all-time favorites in this kit are the Rockateur, which I just adore. It is such a great powder. I really, really do love Dandelion as a really subtle highlight, and the Watts Up is just gorgeous. So overall, I have to say this is a must-have if you guys have been wanting to try Benefit box powders but just couldn't make the splurge on them. But if you guys already have a lot of these in your collection and you're not really interested in more than 2 of them, it probably won't be worth your money. So that is pretty much all I have to say on these 2 Benefit holiday kits. Overall, both of them are fantastic fantastic value for money. Absolutely incredible. If you guys have been wanting to try some of the lip balms or these stains or the box powders, this is going to be your best value. But as far as quality of the products, they're kind of schmeh in my opinion. The box powders are just like their full-size box powders, which I have found none of them really flatter my skin tone immensely anyways. And you know, the things I was the most excited about in these kits, the tinted lip balms, are not very tinted. But great value, just not the best products. Thank you guys so much for watching this holiday review video. I will have 2 more coming up this week, like I said. Let me know what you guys think of these kits in the comments down below, because I am curious to see if you guys are gonna pick up either one of these, or if you guys are curious about them, or what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys on Thursday. Bye! Of these boxes, and I actually really love the inside of the packaging. Look how cute that is. In this bad boy, you are getting 15 of the deluxe sample or the mini sized box.